Determining whether or not a claim is work-related can be sometimes difficult and be sometimes very simple. Hello, my name is Michael Stack, and I'm the CEO of AMAX. And today I want to talk about those difficult causation claims, those difficult causation-related decisions, and setting up a process and a system to consistently get the right answer. Consistently get the right answer. Now, these difficult workers' comp causation related claims can often be complex in terms of medical terminology, medical research, medical studies, medical testimony, medical expert opinion. And if we think about the individual who's oftentimes charged with making this decision, it's the adjuster. The adjuster is charged with making the decision of whether or not a claim is work-related. When I talk about some of the complexity of these very challenging or somewhat challenging, even times, workers' comp claims, this individual does not have training on medical terminology, interpretation of medical studies. They do not have an expert medical opinion to lend to the case. So what I want to talk about in this little video today is an escalation process. An escalation process or system in order to bring in this medical terminology to help the adjuster on these complex claims. You should have a system, and you should have this set up either internally as if you're a claims organization, if you're an employer, with your claims organization. In what instances is that adjuster bringing in additional help, bringing in additional medical expertise to help us make the right determination, particularly on these complicated or somewhat complicated workers' comp medical causation determinations? And I want to give you a couple tips for what this escalation process or system should look like. And very simply, I want to give you this first tip. It just doesn't smell right. It just doesn't seem right. There seems to be kind of something that's a little bit off with it. And I need a little bit extra help with this. If there's any kind of ambiguity in the claim itself, anything that's kind of a little bit off or a little bit doesn't seem right. I'm just going to write that. Just doesn't seem right. A little bit of ambiguity. Something seems off. It doesn't smell right. That's your first inclination that I need to bring in some help for this. I need to bring in some help from this. And I'm not even going to go any further than that because that's a great little marker because we all know the difference between that. We all know that, yeah, that seems right. You know what? I'm not really sure about this one. And I want to bring in some expertise. And generally speaking, the expertise that you're going to bring in there is a physician. So you're going to bring in a physician. Now, if you're the TPA, you ask your TPA, they can do this internally. You also can bring in external resources, external third-party organizations that have these physician advisors, peer review advisors, medical experts that can now lend this opinion, review the case, and help make that correct determination. There are some cases in workers' comp that are very simple to define whether it's work-related or not. There are many cases that are not as simple. We need to have this escalation process and system in place in order to help make the correct determination. Again, my name is Michael Stack, and I'm CEO of AMAX. Remember, your work today in workers' compensation can have a dramatic impact on your company's bottom line, but it will have a dramatic impact on someone's life. So be great.